The morning steam, it's time to break, run for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
All right, a pleasant good morning to you coming from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Thursday, November the 13th. Yeah, did we have the date right? I think we had the date wrong yesterday. Looking back on the graphic here, maybe it's not November the 13th, but you know what? I know one thing. If it's November the 13th, that means it's Felix Unger Day. I mean, everybody knows on November the 13th, Felix Unger was asked to leave his place of residence, and that request came from his wife. And deep down, he knew she was right. Happy Felix Unger Day here on Thursday, November the 13th. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, let me know in the chat. Good morning to everyone, and welcome to the Morning Steve Show. I almost blew the punchline there. I almost blew the lead there, but ready to go here. Watch a little tennis action. I think we're going to pull one off here. We took a Demon over my man Fritz this morning, grabbed that first set in a tiebreaker, and he's dominating it here now in the second set already with the break. So got a little ATP finals going on here this morning. And guess what? We've got a college basketball game here in a little more than 90 minutes to start off our day with Central Michigan and South Alabama. A little early action from St. Petersburg. So get ready for an early preview of a college basketball game here on the Morning Steam, and we'll talk a little bit last night's action here and how did you guys do with your sports betting night. As a big NBA card, you guys are already talking a little bit of Lakers there in the chat. Boy, what a disaster that was there maybe for the Lakers, huh? They fell behind there big time and really never had anything for awesome Oklahoma City there last night as Oklahoma City just turned into an ugly road blowout for the Lakers, basically. But the Thunder had 70-38 lead at halftime. Kind of looked like one of those playoff games that get out of hand. And the lead grew in the second half as the Thunder shot 55%. They forced 12 turnovers. Luka 4 of 14 shooting, and the Lakers shot 32% in the first half to trail by 30. They were down 10, and they were down 16, and they were down 25, and I was trying to find some other things to do. So LA 8-4 Thunder, man, they just keep on rolling right now with that awesome record, just one loss so far this season. All right. We'll take a look at tonight's card. There are just 3 games tonight. You know, I don't know if this will be a very long show. If you think about it, there's only the 1 NFL, 1 college football, 3 in the NBA. Do have a big hockey card tonight, and I've selected 5 college basketball games maybe to look at here, including that early start. We gotta have that. So we did have some winners here on the morning show, morning steam here yesterday with Milwaukee and Charlotte there with the game to go under. That was our pick here on the morning steam show yesterday. We also had the Boston Celtics in that route over Memphis yesterday. Had a little winner here or there. Warriors and Spurs game to go over. Maybe the game of the night there, man. The Spurs, they have trouble with Golden State, huh? No matter how you look at it, but also, you know, you got Curry in there, and they were able to get the win, a big win really for Golden State. Prove to everyone that hey, they're still around, and the Spurs, they're not winning them all here right now, but also had morning steam winner here with the Sacramento Kings there yesterday in the I'm sorry, not the Kings, but what was it, the over in the Nuggets and the Clippers. Thank you. Nuggets, the Kings didn't do anything. The Kings were awful in that game yesterday. Atlanta did the job, 133 to 100 in that one. So, all right. And also, how about a little college football? Let me say hello to some folks here real quick and get this show started. And also, make sure you guys are lining up in the chat maybe to win my picks here on winnable.com from yesterday. Thought we had a pretty good card actually that went out there, and yeah, we picked up some winners here yesterday with the winnable picks, including yesterday here some premium winners for sure on the card yesterday, including Indiana and Milwaukee game to go over. We also had Felix. Remember, we had FAA in that early match, and Sinner. It did end up there. What was it on 5 games? I think it was. So I know we were laying 5 games. Some people had to lay 5.5. Maybe not the best, but college basketball winners yesterday included free picks with Canisius and Mercyhurst under, Coppin State and South Florida under, swept the afternoon free picks there in college basketball. Also had a winner with Marquette and Little Rock game to go under. Seattle -8 there last night was a winner. Also South Dakota and Southern Indiana under 166.5. So yeah, we had some winners. We had some losers to be continued here on the show. Let's say hello to the chat. Gooey McDougal is here. Good morning. Jerry talking about that Oklahoma City blowout and the Lakers there, the Fakers. That's what who was it that was calling them the fake? Doug Christie. He was calling the media in Sacramento a bunch of posers and fakers and fake media and fake news, and he wasn't blaming himself for the Kings' woes. He was blaming the media for burying the team. Good job, Doug. You really know how things work in this world. You'll be out of here. You'll be fired soon, Doug. All right, let's see here. Gooey says he's ready to go with some action there. He's got some tennis in there, parlayed with a total here. Thank you to Gooey in the chat. And let's see, Joe W. here this morning. Hello. Good morning to Robert as well as Action Jackson. Do we have our first live Steam Move the show here? Let's see what it is. And to get the lines moving here with us a little bit. UL Monroe and Houston Christian. This is our first steam move of the day, and the steam is coming in on the under here in this one. Well, who didn't see that one coming? Wink, wink. This one was at 146, and now that steam is coming in. It's all the way down to 143 already at circa. That's a 3-point move, maybe even more. An open 146.5 at some spots. The steam's coming in right now. Our first move of the day on the show, anyway, with Monroe and Houston Christian game to go under. Now at 143 here, the steam came in there on Monroe and Christian. Fernando is here. Fernando, we don't want Fernando staying up late. We got to get that Heisman. So keep on keeping on, Fernando. And only sportsmen, people in Fernando's life, they probably don't say, "Hey, aren't you that quarterback?" Here's some steam coming in right now on the game between Charleston Southern and South Alabama. Just to that was going to be, I have this one previewed, you guys, and that's going to be my move right there. So if I could just say it right now, I know I only got 5 games previewed, but I got to say it right now. It was 155.5, and the steam has come in here on Charleston Southern and Alabama A&M. Yeah, I had that one previewed. It's down to 152.5 quickly here right now. Steam to the under. It's my pick. I'll pay the penalty here. I'll pay the tax. I'll chase the steam. If you hurry, though, man, a couple offshore books are a little bit slow to pick up on this one. You can still get a little bit of value if you hurry there. If you like the under on Charleston Southern and Alabama A&M like I do, but it's on the move here to the under 152.5 now at circa. All right. And let's see, how do you like the Charlotte and the Magic money line? And hey, Joe W's on it with me here with with the demon today, and yeah, he's putting it down. This thing's over here. I don't think this will be a comeback by Fritzy today. The Demon Hour is playing a couple of nice matches here. Last 2 matches, huh? Good morning to Cash Kane in the chat. Greg told you. He told you. Houston Woodshed. Houston Woodshed. Which Houston? Didn't they both play? I know one Houston took one team to the woodshed and the other team took other Houston to the woodshed. That's a lot of wood to shed. Here's AOD ready to go with the morning steam show. And Greg said also, what he said? He says the Clippers are garbage. Oh man, that hurts. That hurts. They are garbage. Hello to Ziggy Ball. Ziggy in the chat. Great to see Ziggy in here. Almost celebrity status for Ziggy. Really think about it. All the every top tout out there knows who Ziggy is. Okay, let's see here. Greg, Chicago let the Detroit bench beat them, and Robert loves those college basketball totals right now. I'm trying. I wish they were a little. I'm just maybe was a little bit behind. It took me 3 days to figure it out, and I got pretty hot there. But yeah, you know what? Now it seems like here come the unders all of a sudden, and maybe I'm still a little bit high with my numbers. So I don't know. I might be on some more unders here until I get taken down here, it feels like. And let's see there. Gooey, no problem. Gooey, we want plays in our chat. That's the type of chat we want, actually. Never going to be wrong about that. All right, Pacers, Cleveland, and Utah for Greg. The Lakers are garbage. Oh, man, are they? Jeez, he was all a fake here the first few weeks of the season. A little phony fraud in the Lakers. Oh, man. Phoenix was easy money. Or maybe Jerry was at the Chinese restaurant last night. Let's see here. Moneyline, Pacers, and Utah. Cleveland revenge blowout. Rockets blowout. Washington yesterday. And let's see here. Terrell says Kuz, right? And man, what's Kuz doing? What's Kuz doing out there? All right. I think that's at least it right now from the chat. Get ready to go here with the show a little bit. But first, you can get more plays from me here when you go to winnable.com/Ramon. This is how you support me here on the channel by subscribing to my additional picks. Like I said, send out a couple packages today. I already sent out these 2 tennis matches, sent out some college basketball yesterday. I'm only following up on NBA and NHL, really, if there's maybe some lineup changes, or I'm on all these shows with the plays, so hopefully you're seeing them here. And look, if I make a change, or if I like to maybe kind of keep those as the premiums there, but hopefully keeping everybody updated. Get this free package from me as well when you go to winnable.com/Ramon and choose a free subscription. You'll get some free picks as well, but I'll have some premium picks right now. When you use the promo code STEAM at checkout, save 20% on all my premium pick packages here on Thursday. We're getting ready for the great sports betting action here tonight. And of course, it'll be big time this Saturday with I'll have my UFC card out ready and available, and also more college basketball. Lots of college basketball this weekend. Probably have close to a dozen plays, I'm sure, sent out on Saturday. So don't forget, subscribe to winnable.com/Ramon. And I talked about the UFC. So we did see the debut last night of First Strike from the guys. They previewed their favorite plays from the UFC card on Saturday. You're going to want to make sure you join us for the companion stream coverage on Saturday with the UFC here. We'll be along with the action on Saturday here at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific, with UFC 322 from the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden, including those 2 big fights here this weekend. Main event, welterweights, Jack Della Maddalena against Islam Makhachev, and the women's bout, flyweight championship, Valentina Shevchenko and Weili Zhang. So make sure you join us and make sure you join the guys with First Strike, get their previews for the fights. And then also, you're going to want to tune in to BB MMA Picks. BB had Liam Picks Fights as his guest this week. Liam, one of the best on social media with his shows and his breakdowns. Well, he was our guest this week, and we broke down 3 fights on BB MMA Picks. So look, between those guys on First Strike, between BB, between Mikey and Jeff's premium pick selections, and hey, maybe even my picks, you'll be all set and ready for UFC 322 here this weekend. Make sure you join us on the Sports Money Network. All right. Thanks for checking that out. And we'll be here also all weekend, tomorrow and Saturday, get you ready for all the sports betting action. And tonight, don't forget, we got NFL Thursday Night Football here. I believe there's a stream. I don't know if it involves Razor. I don't know who. We're waiting for Razor to get off vacation, but I think there is a companion stream here tonight for the Jets and the Patriots game. We couldn't do Sunday with the Chargers. Nobody wanted to see me rooting my team home. We couldn't do Monday with the Eagles and the with the Eagles and the Packers, but I guess we can get together for the Jets and the Patriots. A nice 13-point spread. That'll be a real doozy here tonight. But we'll be here, I believe, tonight with the Jets and the Patriots live companion stream on the Sports Money Network. So I guess we'll be around for that one. Doesn't sound great. It doesn't sound like a great time, except with the guys, of course. Sounds like a great time. And maybe it'll turn out to be a game. The Jets are, not looking too good here, allowing 27 points per game in the last 8 games. So against this New England offense, man, they're pretty awesome, right? So we'll see what happens here with the game tonight. We'll preview it here in just a second, but I'll say hello to a few more folks, and also I want to take a look at who's hot in the chat. Who's clicking so far in the chat with the algorithm? It's Gooey McDougal. You got AOD in there, Greg Gibson, Jerry Jones, Justin Mack is in there, Robert Mack as well, and let's see who else that I missed in here in the chat. All right. Joe W as well in there, and Ty, also. We got some steam here. Let me get to that, but I'm just trying to search through the chat here. Terrell in there, Ziggy, Cash Kane as well. Just making sure I'm not missing anybody here as we get ready to go. What is going on with this steam here right now? Let's see what's going on. Houston Christian, they're taking the action here right now in their game against UL Monroe. We'd already talked about maybe the steam came in on the under in that game, but also just moments ago, Houston Christian's getting steamed right now in that matchup with UL Monroe. Houston Christian was an 8-point favorite, but now Houston Christian's going up. Houston Christian now has turned into back looking at the fight odds there. Fight odds. Houston Christian's up to a 10-point favorite right now here. That's a 2-point move on Houston Christian. All right. We got a few more folks saying hi in here with Dirty Reg. Dirty Reg, great job. We had Dirty Reg the other night. Nice to see you there, Dirty Reg. Greg says the Lakers are overrated and overhyped. I don't know, Greg. Greg and I had obviously see eye to eye on a lot of things, but for me, I think teams that are overrated are teams that do not cover point spreads, and I don't think we're necessarily seeing that with the Lakers right now, despite getting crushed there yesterday. I think the teams that are covering the point spreads are often underrated. That's why they're covering point spreads, and the Lakers are 8-4 right now against the spread. So I don't know if I agree with that statement from our own Greg Gibson. All right, Utah drops the ball. Indiana's the worst team, says Jerry. Greg says Alabama, West Virginia, and Illinois. There's Justin here. He says got some waiting for that major line movement. And George Washington. Did they score 109 points? George Washington? Oh, man. Okay, and Jerry liking Phoenix. What Phoenix is doing at home for sure. That's what they talk about underrated, right? I think we're kind of on the Suns here a little bit lately because of uh, what's going on here with them. Looking pretty good with those home games. All right, Greg says a lot of points for a primetime game. Trail says the Cowboys and the Packers are overrated by definition. Well, they might be. Uh, here, and let's see. Like Greg says, you can't get blown out on national television. Phoenix loses tonight, says Greg. All right. Greg's on one here tonight. All right, let's on this morning. Let's get to it. Maybe they said hello to everybody. We're getting things rolling here with the show. Oh, hold on. We got a little. Oh, we weren't plugged in over here. What if there's a breaking news here or something? We got to be ready to go. All right. Let's get ready to dig in here, you guys, and get ready for D Money in the chat. Hello, D Money. Nice to see you there. Okay. Let's get ready to go, I guess, here with the game tonight, huh? With the Jets and the Patriots. Man, couldn't we have a little better? Funny, the Patriots are almost saving the day. Imagine if we would have been stuck in this game with the old Patriot team. Talking about the old, the last few years, the Patriot team, right? Not necessarily the new Patriots, the Super Bowl bound Patriots. I don't know. They got an MVP candidate here. It feels like it's down to 2 players, so still half a season left. So I don't think we can totally crown them here yet, right? I mean, but the Patriots certainly are hot here. They've won their last 7 games. They're 6-1 ATS in those games. They've also held their opponent under their team total in the last 8 games, 7 of the last 8 games, actually. But the Patriots are just 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 games as a home favorite. This is a divisional game after all. A little bit of steam here real quick, if I may. I'm going to squeeze this in here. It's on our morning game. And you know what? It's actually on a game that I think we've already sent out. I had an overnight release on the free picks here in college basketball, and I sent out Central Michigan and South Alabama under. It's the first game we're going to preview when we get to the college basketball. It is being steamed to the under right now. I did send that out about 4 hours ago on the under. Right now it is getting steamed to the under, and what I did send it out at 142.5, and it may have been 143 when you went to the window or the app, but right now it is moving lower here to 140. So hopefully you beat that line with me. You're going to get that a lot with me when you sign up. And right now it's all the way down to 140. So hopefully you've saved about 1 or 2 points of value here right now. And in fact, just wait a minute if you have, or don't wait, but don't wait, because a few books still do have it still 141, 141.5, and maybe even a couple books still a little slow, but the steam came in on the under just now. We already sent it out, Central Michigan and South Alabama. All right, let me continue on, though, with our big Jets and Patriots game. I'm sure it'll be a good game. Come on, I'm not looking to change the subject. The Patriots, however, so yeah, not great as a home favorite. And they have, however, won 17 of the last 19 games overall against the Jets. That's interesting, right? Because there's been a time here, definitely for the last few seasons, that the Patriots, basically since they played Tampa Bay in the COVID Super Bowl, and the Patriots kind of immediately went down, right? That was the demise after that, and with Uncle Bill and the team just basically going south, and they were crummy there for a while, but they still at least continue to beat the Jets here for a couple of years. Talk about your daddy. 6 of the last 7 meetings between the teams have gone under. The Jets are just 2-7-1 against the spread in their last 10 visits to Foxborough. So See how you want to define it. See what you can do here with this one between the Jets and the Patriots tonight. Like I said, Jets have had their share of issues here. I guess that's all you can say about it. And uh, like I said, with Justin Fields, I'm coming to his rescue here a little bit. Nobody wants to hear some guy here like me talk about Justin Fields when he really hasn't been great. But remember, he basically was sent to the bench, and they said, you know what, probably not going to be our quarterback of the future or anything like that. We'll bring in Tyrod Taylor to quarterback. Fields hasn't been looking that good. Well, a funny thing happened on the way to that game. Remember, 2 games ago, when Taylor came up lame, and they said, "Oh, hey, didn't
Major
mean to
lineman.
insult you here, but we really kind of need you to go out there and play quarterback as best you can today without, you know, your feelings being hurt because we just tried to bench you." Well, you know what? He took it upon himself, and he took it as a personal challenge. And maybe he doesn't have even a lot of followers in the locker room, not even believing in him. But he went out there and spanked in that game against the Bengals. Yeah, it was 39-38, but 244 yards, led him on that great drive, and also carried the ball well. He put the team on his shoulders in that game and won. And you can earn the respect of people when you go out there and win. Doesn't mean he's going to be competitive here in this game. He followed up with a bad game there against Cleveland with only 54 yards passing. I mean, that was bad. And 28 yards rushing last week. A real clunker for sure. Not something you can be proud of. But they're taking on the Patriots tonight, and they're getting 2 touchdowns. So can they do it? Let's see what you guys have in the chat, and then I'll make my call here with the Patriots and the Jets. 13-point spread. Does that have your ire in this one? I'll go to the chat. Here we go. Let's see here. Ziggy is first to go. He likes the over in this one. The Patriots have gone over in 4 of their last 5 games. Coming in right now, 5 of the last 6 meetings between these 2 teams have gone under. But, what are we talking about here with the Patriots? I mean, this is a newfangled offense. One of the best offenses in the league. You'll see Travion Henderson featured here tonight, whereas before, they've had a couple other backs this season, but right now with basically both backups here kind of banged up. Now, Terrell Jennings, I guess he's okay to be the backup here tonight for Henderson. Stevenson's out for the 3rd straight game, and Terrell Jennings will be the backup. He had a good game against Atlanta, and I think was Sean trying to talk us up here a little bit on Jennings. He didn't do much in the next game with just 4 carries, but again, Henderson was there, and they were, having a pretty strong game there against Tampa Bay. Also, Dearness Johnson, I don't know what he'll do here, but, Travion Henderson going to get a lot of work. Justin's on the over here, and there it is. Justin likes Henderson over in his yards. Here's our Toms liking. Good morning, our Toms. Just liking it all here. Demon Hour just won, by the way. Easy victory there. In that one. And Cash King, what is this? Jets plus 2 TDs, and take the over here. Yeah, division game. There is something to be said for these type of division games. Other than trying to find the right argument here, but one thing that is so solid is these you got these dogs in these type of situations, man. They usually are kind of solid, actually, in this situation. But who wants the Jets? Here's under for Robert. Greg has it as a cover here for the Patriots. Good morning to M the Great. Cash Kane says the Jets might win, and he's a Pats fan. Well, Cash Kane might be just entertaining us. I don't know. Maybe this is the game of the year for the Jets. Weather was not a factor. Let's see. All the primetime games went under last week, and weather was not a factor. Let's see. Weather definitely a factor now. Is it? I mean, it's going to be 39 degrees and getting colder throughout the night. No precipitation. I don't think it's very windy. 7 to 8 miles an hour. That sounds like, not a great night to be a fan, but I don't think it's an awful situation, Terrell. I know it's getting cold out there, but I don't think players mind 40-degree weather. Spread too low to be a Patriot blowout. And Ziggy's got the Patriots, -5.5. He's got a little teaser there. Teaser number anyway. Mac Hollins over. Mac Hollins has been, talk about underrated a little bit there, right? My favorite players in the games probably tonight, probably Mason Taylor of the Jets. Man, these Patriots numbers are so high. I don't even think I can get on anything here other than maybe Borregales, the kicker. And, with it being a cold night, maybe that isn't even the best, a good play. I don't know if I'm going to be on any of these Patriot overs here. I am going to be probably on Breece Hall under is what it's going to be. Cash Kane says he might go under because it'll be rainy and coldy. Henderson over on his attempts says Apache Storm, and why not, right? He'll be carrying the load, it feels like, huh? Good morning, Tubar. Jets for R. Thompson. No way will the Jets win this game, says Craig, right? And the Tariq. Hey, Tariq, nice to see you. Yeah, good win there, man, for a Demon. Bummer for Fritzy there, but Demon playing well here at the title. What are those red tennis balls that are hitting into the crowd? I didn't notice that before. He's hitting a few balls in the crowd. They look all red and shiny, not unlike, I'm sure he signed them and hit them, but they look very interesting. Fields to throw an interception and run for a touchdown. Oh, that sounds cool, Greg. What kind of price you can get on that? Is that something you can get, like a special pick, a special bet? All right. Hey, Kane took the Falcons. They came through a couple weeks ago. And Ziggy got on the look ahead. Man, what a great spread. And what a dumb book. I mean, I don't even know if a few weeks ago if the Patriots would have been just a 5.5 point favorite in this game. Obviously, the book was asleep at the wheel there. All right. Oh man, I better make my call on this one here with the Patriots and the Jets here tonight. Man, the Patriots are on fire right now. The Jets are going nowhere fast. It feels like I got the Patriots to blow these guys out of there. Look, the Jets are playing right into their hands, I think, with that, the running game. Look, the Jets' strength, they've got to have Breece Hall have a strong game. You look at the receiving core that Justin Fields has to work with tonight. His number one receiver, Tyler Johnson. Hey, Tyler Johnson. I have a problem with Tyler Johnson. I mean, he's got, maybe a little bit of a future, but he's about to be your your WR1 here tonight. Tyler Johnson. He's basically done not much all season long. He did have a good game against the Bengals. So did Justin Fields. If they can replicate that game, they'll be in this game. But other than that, Tyler Johnson, basically this season, I mean, how many, receptions, what does he have this season? He has like 10 or 11 receptions. And that's your WR1 tonight. Now, maybe Breece Hall can be a workload back and carry this team, but
major line move.
After Tyler Johnson, you've got Arian Smith. And Arian Smith is, a guy who basically has just a handful of catches on the season. I think 6 or 7. 6 or 7, and that's your WR2 tonight for the Jets. Now, after that, you actually have Isaiah Williams, who's actually turned in 2 solid games in a row. Some books might not even list this guy. I'm probably taking Isaiah Williams on the props, if you're looking at Jets props over anyway. He had 3 catches in that Bengals game. He also carried the ball. And, of course, remember, he went the distance on the returns. So Williams is your special teams man. Maybe the Jets can keep it close on special teams. And then he had 1 reception last week. So maybe Isaiah Williams can be your guy. Maybe you take him in an ATD. Maybe he'll get a special teams touchdown, but he's your a WR3. And then you got, like I said, you got Mason Taylor and Jeremy Rucker. Who are these guys? Your wide receiver core basically has about 25 receptions in between them. And throw the tight end in there. I mean, he's certainly Taylor's got a few. And like I said, that's the one area that New England doesn't cover well as tight ends. So maybe it'll be Mason Taylor. But these guys, there's just not enough weaponry out there now that we know this uh, Wilson out here for the Jets. Let me give the rest of the injury report, but doesn't seem like there's just enough out there right now, and the Patriots are just on a roll. I think they'll drub them here and might even still go over. All right, let me see here. So it's Garrett Wilson out with a knee injury, out indefinitely right now. Josh Reynolds went out a couple weeks ago here as well. So really a makeshift unit here right now. Khalil Herbert, questionable. Xavier Newman, lineman here, questionable. So I don't think there's enough. Now, the Patriots are missing here. Booty, he's out, and Ramondre is out as well. Antonio Gibson's been out for the season now here for a little bit, but they have guys to step up. They've got Travion Henderson and this wide receiver core between Stephon Diggs, Mac Hollins, Demario Douglas as well. I mean, this Patriot team, they're going to be having a pretty good team out there tonight. Hunter Henry as well. I've got a blowout. I don't see how the Jets, someone's going to have to stand up and have a career game, and we're going to say, who is this guy? And that's even if they just want to try to cover the spread, it feels like. Breece Hall goes off for over 120 yards. Okay, I'll give you a big chance. If Breece Hall gets his numbers tonight, maybe they'll get a cover. But going up against the teeth of maybe a top 5, a top 3 run defense without a passing game to kind of balance it out, you're playing right into the Patriots' hands defensively. And I got to take the Patriots to get a blowout here tonight. All right, I guess that's it for the football game. Okay, Nuke. Hey, everyone, like this video. Subscribe to our channel, Sports Money, here on YouTube, the fastest growing sports betting channel on YouTube. I know what's going to be a fast growing sports channel is, did you know that you guys, if you're as old as me, do you remember something called NBC Sports Network? It was called NBCSN. That's coming back in like 4 days. And it's like a real, I mean, it's not like, hey, let's just bring up back that channel. They're going to package a lot of this NBC programming, especially with the Olympics coming up. They're going to have more, and everything that's in that NBC library. Some of the stuff is going to appear on this new NBC Sports Network. Add a channel. Hey, you don't get ESPN on YouTube? No problem. We got a new channel for you coming up. Also, the Pac-12, where my San Diego State Aztecs are going into, and some other Mountain West. Mountain West kind of merging over there, and the good teams are going over in the Pac-12. They signed a deal. They signed a big deal with USA Network, which I don't know if that'll be in that NBC. I mean, that's the same company there, and it was a different story that I saw. But the Pac-12 is going to sign with USA Network for their games. And, they're not going to be a great conference. We look at those old Mountain West teams, but it is the bigger conference of the group of 5 out here on the West Coast, obviously. Jets running game will be on a treadmill. They're going nowhere. Ziggy says these Patriots, what a turnaround. They got the right coach there, right? Shame on Tennessee not seeing that this guy is just a real good coach. And hey, you know what? Maybe it wasn't working out for both of them. So Andrew G says, Ramon might be portraying it as Breece Hall, right? Whatever happened to John Mechie? Why didn't John Mechie ever get going here? And can he do anything? They have Alan Lazard too, but are these the guys that are going to be lined up? Maybe Lazard can get some passes here. I failed to throw him in there a little bit, but he's got 6 or 7 receivers here. Let's see. Or no, is he even active here? Okay, he is. He was inactive last week, but I think they're going to need him here tonight. So don't forget, Jets just traded two good defensive players here at the trade deadline too. Cash Game likes Hunter Henry here. And let's see, the Jets might barely score 13 points. So spread is 43. The Patriots are going to need 30. Yeah, you're right, Greg. You're right. And Nasty Nate's here today. Hello to Nate in the chat. He's got the Patriots to smash. I've got the Patriots to smash. He's got the Pats game first quarter over. He's got May over in his rushing yards, and he'll take Diggs for that ATD here tonight. Thank you, Nate. All right, I guess that's it for the football game. Enjoy it. I guess we'll be here tonight for all the pain and
Major
misery.
line move. Major line
Had
move.
some great games here, but we're back, I guess, tonight. All right, guess that's it there. Oh, Hunter Henry for a touchdown as well there, and Nate's got it 28-10 Patriots. Well, that's an under. That's an under. All right, Pat should win by at least 2 touchdowns, says Andrew G. Thanks, gang. All right, I guess we're going to have to move on here. Appreciate all the comments. We got one college football game tonight, and go over it right now. It's going to be here, Troy. Troy taking on Old Dominion here tonight in college football action. Just one game on the college card here for Thursday night. Cover this one, though, here with these two teams, with Old Dominion here favored by 11 in this one. Okay.
Major line move.
Let's take a look and see what's going on here with the Old Dominion taking on Troy in this one. And, 11-point favorite here. You got two teams that are both 6-3 here coming into this one. Troy's been I think the hotter of the two, although Old Dominion is the team coming in here having won a couple of games here so far this season, or at least the last 2 games. Troy, they're kind of been I don't want to call them lucky to be 6-3 here, but they've won 3 one-score games. They've won 2 in overtime, and they're being outgained by about 50 yards per game. Troy beat Louisiana, UL Monroe, Texas State, South Alabama, and Buffalo. And those teams aren't very good, quite frankly. They're all pretty bad. I think the winning percentage is probably about 35%, maybe a little more than that. Then, though, they lost 23-10 against Arizona State. Let me get this steam in here real quick. It's coming in right now on West Virginia. West Virginia taking the steam here. And Justin, are you there? We've got the backyard brawl basketball style. We're going to preview it here in just a minute, but I got to report this steam coming in on West Virginia right now. They were a 5.5-point favorite, and right now the steam's coming in on West Virginia. They're up to 6.5 here for sure. In fact, they're juiced up at BetOnline. This one could go to 7 here right now, and West Virginia's taking that steam backyard brawl basketball style, and both teams undefeated. We're going to preview the game, but the steam's coming in right now in West Virginia. Got to report that here. 6.5 or higher here right now, it feels like. So, all right. And also, continuing on, though, Troy, they did play Clemson and Memphis. They lost to those teams here for sure. So, look, I remember Troy had my man Kamani Badal. Remember the
Major
Chargers? I'll call him a star just yet, but he's been doing a pretty good job there. Got quarterback and Kilcrease there, and their line isn't that great either. So for Old Dominion here, the money here looks to be on Old Dominion here a little bit. Man, up to 11 here right now. Opened up as low as open 10, maybe open 10 here. Move to 11. We get one more move here to you right now. The steam is coming in here on Charleston Southern against Alabama A&M. These guys are ruining the show with all this steam. We're going to preview this one, but Charleston Southern was getting 2 points from Alabama A&M, maybe 1.5. The move was kind of already on here with Charleston Southern, but now Charleston Southern has moved to a pick 'em. In fact, at one book, they're actually now minus $1.25. So this is a clear steam play here, and it looks like Charleston Southern is going to go off of the favorite, or at least be the favorite here in short order. Several books are still there, 1.5, but the steam reportedly is coming in on Charleston Southern here in the game against Alabama A&M college basketball here tonight. All right, so Old Dominion, they definitely have more weapons than these guys for sure. They've got Joseph in there at quarterback, and some other threats as well. So Traquan Jones averaging 66 yards per game right now. So, and they've got a pretty good defense too in the top 30 here in the country. But man, Troy getting 11 points, they still have this even record with them. Both teams coming in, like I said, 6-3. It just feels like Old Dominion. I think everybody knows that they're pretty good. They're not going to, catch James Madison, that's for sure. But they'll probably finish with 8 or 9 wins. I guess it might depend on tonight's game, whether they'll finish with 8 or 9 wins here right now. They've got some outstanding players on this Old Dominion team. Old Dominion's gone over in 8 of their last 12 games dating back to last season. But Troy's covered 6 of their last 7 games on the road, and like I said, they've won 5 of their last 6. They've covered in 5 of their last 6. Yeah, they are coming off that loss to Arkansas State after those wins that I rattled off. Old Dominion, meanwhile, rocked Monroe as well, covering 16.5. They lost at home to Appalachian State 24-21. Troy's 4-0 against the spread on the road, 4-1 against the spread as an underdog. But Old Dominion is clearly the better team, but can they cover 11.5 here? Troy's gone over in 4 of their last 5 games. I'm going to go to the chat first to see what you guys have before I make my call in this one between Troy and ODU. See what you got here with me in this one. All right, here we go. Justin's still he's gonna take Troy. He believes in it right here. That still too many points for a team that has covering some spreads a little bit. And if I looked at the 2 teams, I probably would not be on Troy. But I sometimes believe in the numbers a little bit, that they can cover numbers and everything. But I think if I looked at the personnel, I'd be more apt to take Old Dominion. But I don't know if I would in this one. VAR is on the under here. Our Tom says Troy under. And Justin's been to a few of these games, teaser here, New England to Troy, says Nasty Nate. Greg says, always add 3 points for the home team. So if the spread's 13, add 3 points for the home field advantage. Well, Greg, maybe, but a lot of people say that 3 points kind of a standard anyways, and that the 3 points probably is already in that 13 points. So that if you probably put these guys on a neutral field, it might be 11.5. And if you flip-flop the venue, it might then be 10. Terrell says Troy, team total over 20.5, and every team's home field is a little bit different too, right? In the NFL, it might be a little bit more standard, but when you go to some of those venues and you got 12,000 people in the stands at a college game I'm not going to name any names, but San Diego State comes to mind. Good morning to Trevor in the chat. Hello to Trevor. All right, I guess I got to make my call here in this one between Troy and Old Dominion here. And look, in this one, I kind of side with what Justin was saying there about the game. Maybe Troy does have enough here to kind of keep it going, but I'm going to look at the total here in this one, and I'm going to take this one under 52. And there's Arthur. Hey, Arthur, good job. I saw you in there, and I threw on an extra month. Arthur won the contest yesterday to get a month worth of my picks. Hey, hopefully Arthur. Well, I forgot yesterday. We had some okay results there, but we had that winner this morning. Hope Arthur was on that tennis match with us. Okay, but I'm going to go under here in this one with Troy and ODU on the Morning Steam Show. I'll take the under. Greg's got a 31-23 domination, but that would be a Troy cover. There he is. Arthur, thank you so much, man. You've been really generous to us here on the channel there. Hopefully you enjoy those picks. And yeah, I put an extra month on there. You've done so much for us with these subscriptions. He won the free month, and I just put 2 months on there. That's how much, I'm not saying it means to me, but like I said, even when the subscribers, right? You subscribe to 1 day, I put on 2 days. You subscribe to the 3 days package, I put 5 days. You get the week, I put 10 days. You buy the 1 month package, I put 5 weeks. You buy the quarterly package, I put a whole nother month on there. That's what I'm doing here. I just want subscribers. I like the pressure of putting the picks out there. I bet these picks, and I like to have the pressure of making sure the picks are good. The more subscribers I have, the more pressure on me to make great picks there. And the same thing with the pre-subscriptions. I've got 188 people signed up on those. Those free picks, okay, they might be a tier down from any of the paid picks, but the free picks are actually tougher to put out, I think, than the paid picks, because you gotta make sure those are right. And so that's why the free picks, you basically have, for every 5 premium picks, you get 1 free pick out there, and those are tough too. Yeah, Greg. Oh, sure thing, Greg. You won. I mean, I owe you. I owe you too. I owe you big time, Greg. You owe us such a great job for us in the chat. I'll give you more. I'm happy you'd want it. Okay, I guess that's it for this one with Troy and Old Dominion. And we might need this game to save the day tonight with the Jets and the Patriots game. Who knows? Let's go to our 3 pro basketball games tonight. This show's taken long enough here, 1 hour already practically, and we're just with 2 games. But we got to talk some NBA basketball here tonight with a 3-pack of action. Not a huge betting card here tonight, but we're going to look at these. Starting with this one, the NBA TV game. We don't have the national package, I don't think, here anymore on Thursdays, huh? But let's get to talking about these with Toronto taking on Cleveland here in this one. And hey, right now Toronto coming in here 6-5, and Cleveland coming in here 8-4. Both teams are kind of cooking here. All of a sudden, Toronto's warmed up a little bit after a sluggish start. You get Podol in there with healthy. You got BI. You got Quickly. You got Barnes. You got RJ Barrett doing a pretty good job here right now. Toronto on the comeback a little bit. They're 3-3 ATS as an underdog so far. They've done a nice job here. All of a sudden, trying to right the ship a little bit. I think Toronto's been pretty fine here. Coming here taking on a Cleveland squad. They are just 2-4 ATS in their last 6 against Cleveland, but Cleveland's been junky at home. They're only 1-4 against the spread right now at home. 4-8 against the spread overall. 3-8 against
Major
the
line
spread
move.
as a favorite. They've been talk about overrated. That might be Cleveland, right? When you're 8-4, this is what I think. This is just an opinion, but when you're 8-4 straight up and 4-8 against the spread, you're overrated, right? Because people are betting on you to win. You're doing it, but you're not covering. Cleveland's gone over in 5 straight games right now. They were going under at the beginning of the season. Toronto's gone under in 5 of their last 6 games coming in right now as well. So, man, I probably think about the under here. These 2 teams just played back on Halloween. It was 112-101 in favor of Toronto. They got the money on the road as a 4.5-point dog. So can they come in and just kind of replicate this situation here? Look at the total. The total on that night was 236.5, and they had 213 points total. Tonight it's 246. 240 and 240. I can't read my zero. Well, 239 says right there. Call it 239, but I'm going to go under in this one. They steamed it under. It didn't really move that much. I mean, it seems like 239 everywhere, but I'm going under in this one with Toronto and Cleveland. Let's see what your picks are here in this matchup. Thank you to everyone in the chat. Thank you to Trevor, who won that tennis match. Ziggy's got the over, though, here. And let's see here. Jerry's got Fields under 39 yards. Thank you, Jerry. And revenge. Greg likes the revenge angle, though, here. I'm never going to fret the revenge angle, but I don't know. I think Cleveland is the team that is not performing up to snuff here. I'll give them credit. They've had definitely been winning here last few. They won their last game, 130-116, got the money against Miami in revenge of that overtime buzzer beater. They played back-to-back games in Miami. They beat Chicago. They did not cover. They beat Philly. They did not cover. Now, they did cover against Washington, scoring 148 points. But VAR is on the over. Justin says go with Mitchell over. Robert likes the under. He also likes the Cavs. And Fernando, maybe ride with me a little bit on the under in this one. It is the NBA TV game after all. Greg says Toronto beat them last week. So today they'll get their revenge. They sat the starters there, and this game will be 125-115. Thank you, Greg. Yep, revenge is a good thing in the NBA, but I'm going to take the under here in this one. I don't think there was didn't really click on the injuries. I know Mama Kalashvili is questionable. Agbaji is questionable. Garland is questionable. Tyson is questionable. All right. Oh, Terrell says under on the Cavs, under team total. Cleveland scored 130 last night in that game in Miami in that second game of that, and that was revenge too. So could be, could be a letdown maybe. Think about it too. I mean, you talk about the back-to-back there, right? Cleveland. So Cleveland was on the road at Miami just last night. Now they got to fly home to Cleveland, and Toronto, they've been waiting for them, right? Toronto's actually the team that's been waiting in Cleveland for Cleveland to get back. All right. Right? Here's Atlanta at Utah here in this one. You got Atlanta coming in 7-5. Utah just 4-7, but Utah's definitely looked much better at home than they have on the road. I know it's easy to say that with a lot of teams, but maybe it's been pretty pronounced here so far. Utah's 5-0 against the spread at home so far this season. Atlanta's just 2-4 against the spread as a favorite, although Atlanta comes in here, like I said, 7-5 record, 5-2 straight up on the road. Utah is 3-2 straight up at home, 3-6 straight up on the as an underdog. But like I said, 5-0 ATS at home, 6-3 ATS as an underdog here for Utah in this one. These two teams are combined 10-13 to the under, although Utah is 4-1 to the over at home, and the Hawks are 4-2 to the over as a favorite. But I'm not sure that's where this one's headed. I'm going to go under tonight with Atlanta and Utah. Utah's gone under in 5 of their last 7. Atlanta's gone under in 4 of their last 6. 4 of the last 6 meetings in this interconference series has gone over, but the steam kind of came in on the under here. It's all the way down to 232. I'm going to go under in this one with Atlanta and Utah here. I know Utah put up that big number the other night at home, 152 points against that sad Indiana team right now. But I'm going to take the under in this one with Atlanta and Utah. Let's see in the chat what you guys have here in this one. Let's see. Greg says he never takes the under because it might go overtime, right? They should just call the game a tie in basketball. Or how about first basket in overtime wins? We just had 240 points, but we're going to bring it down the first basket. Ziggy here is on the over. And Tariq is on Utah here. Justin here. I think Greg, he never takes the under because it might go overtime. I'm not leaving the house because my lightning might strike. Utah here for Justin.
Urgent message.
All right, you heard it. Breaking news here right now coming in. I don't know if it's breaking news right now, but we knew the news wasn't going to be good, so I don't know if it's becoming more official right now. But Austin Matthews is going to be out indefinitely here for with that injury. I think we all knew that though, right? With the Matthews, is that really urgent message, or am I just getting? Is my service just updating? I mean, he's going to be out for sure with that injury. So we're not gonna put up the breaking news banner on that. Hawks here for Barr. Greg says Utah to win this game. They should be favored in this one. And then Terrell says Atlanta under. Similar to Cleveland here, Atlanta scored 133 points at Sacramento last night. Now you got to go on the road, take on Utah, I think is what he's saying there. So good point there by Terrell. And Robert likes the under in this one as well. All right, you guys were talking Phoenix Suns basketball in the chat. Why not? Man, Phoenix been hot. Well, I'm not carried away, but Phoenix has been looking pretty good. I think we're kind of capitalizing on talk about underrated, right? That's what you want. Phoenix is underrated because they are covering numbers. 6-0 against the spread at home, 5-0 against the spread as a favorite. That's underrated, right? When you're covering your numbers as a favorite, that's what you want to be doing. Phoenix is 8-4 against the spread right now, 7-5 straight up. We'll talk about the Pacers. We're done. I mean, we're done talking about the Pacers. Really, the way they're going right now, 1-10 straight up, but 5-5 against the spread. You know what? They're underrated too. How can a 1-10 team be underrated when you're 5-5 against the spread? Although they are 2-4 against the spread on the road, they're 5-4 against the spread as an underdog. But hey, they're only getting 4. You got a 1-10 team here getting 4.5 points right now in this game. Now I know Phoenix did play last night. Here they won at Dallas, 123-114. As we've had the Nico Harrison, don't blame Nico game. I'm blaming Nico, but. They did have a big win last night. They covered against their 4th straight cover for the Phoenix Suns here. So come on, the Pacers, maybe this is the one. Maybe they'll get it together here and be able to cover this one and do a good job because it's been pretty dismal here of late for Indiana. Mentioned that they do have some good numbers here. Like I said, 5-4 as an underdog, at least that's not awful there, right? So a little bit okay there, but still Phoenix 7-3 ATS last 10. Just done a real nice job under the radar too, it feels like right now, because not much was expected of them. They started out a little bit rough, but the chemistry looks pretty good here for Phoenix, and they're doing a great job. Indiana here, 1-4 ATS last 5. Phoenix 7-1 ATS last 8. 7 of the last 8 meetings between these two teams have gone under, but the steam came in on the over in this game and kind of drove it up from 230.5 up here to 233.5 at some books right now, which is a little bit interesting because you have Indiana coming in here 3-8 to the under so far, 1-5 to the under on the road, 2-7 to the under as an underdog, and Phoenix, where they've been so perfect at home covering every spread so far, they're 2-4 to the under at home. So this, it got bumped up a little bit, but I don't know. I might be looking at 3 unders tonight. I'm going to take Phoenix, though. Yeah, Indiana's covered a few spreads here and there. They're not awful, but Phoenix's numbers against the spread are just fine, and they're, I think, playing well enough. I'm going to lay 4.5 here with the Suns on Thursday. All right, let's see what we got here in this one from you guys. Hawks. Oh, let me see here. Robert's on the under here in this one. Ziggy's on the under. Bar is on Phoenix. Greg says Indiana will upset them here. They'll get the win tonight. Justin's on that under as well. 9 Legacy. Raptors on the spread. Utah on the spread. Phoenix on the spread. Greg says the Pacers will win 100%. And Tariq says he's taking under on all the games. I'll join you, I think, there, Tariq, tonight. And Greg says, laugh now and cry later, Indiana. Wait a minute, Greg, you just took them to win.
Major line move.
And let's see, the Suns will sweep this one, the back-to-back. Oh, Suns sweep their back-to-back games, says Terrell. Yeah, man, they've looked good. Like I said, it feels like a team we're kind of on here right now with the Suns. We picked them here. Also, for the Pacers right now, they actually got about as clean a bill of health now. They still have guys like Burpee out and Quentin Jackson, but other than the long-term injuries, I think they kind of come in reasonably healthy here. No doubt still not healthy as a whole, but nobody that's kind of, who they need to play here right now. Okay, that's it for basketball, you guys. Thank you. For NBA basketball. But let's go to it because we are just 30 minutes away from our first game of the day, our first U.S. sports game here with Central Michigan and South Alabama. We've got college basketball lined up for you here. Isn't that great? With USA coming in 3-0 right now so far, 2-0 against Division I competition. USA beat let's see here. When did they play? Okay, they beat Toledo here 76-74. I think they actually got the money there in that game. Let me see, make sure. Pardon me. Okay, got it. So they beat Toledo, and they got the money there in that one, and then they beat Alcorn. They did not get the money in that one. They were favored by 18.5. Then they beat good old Spring Hill by 49 points. Played their non-Division I opponent, so they are 3-0 here coming into this one. And like I said, this one is a little bit of an event here, a neutral site venue game here at St. Petersburg, Florida. Here, I think a couple other teams are here as well. So let's see what you got though here in this one. For Central Michigan, they lost to Bradley last time out, 85-54. They were getting 9.5 points. They also beat Appalachian State 82-66. There. So 1-1 here currently for Central Michigan. For USA, they did go. I have that's what's confusing me there because it's a neutral game here in St. Petersburg. Should be versus. Keep looking at the home record. I look at the screen. I'm like, home record. No, don't look at the home record. All right. So South Alabama covered that only opportunity there as a favorite there against Alcorn. They were actually a dog against Toledo in that game. Oh, wow. All right. And let's see what you guys have in this one. The South Alabama and CMU, 1-1 are the Chippewas coming in. And I'll just go to the chat. Stop yapping and go to the chatting. This game's in 30 minutes. And like I said, I've already sent out the pick, sent out a VIP pick. My preferred play is on the total. So sign up with me over at winnable.com if you want to get my VIP free selection on this game.
Major line
I'm going to
move.
give you the play right now here. We're actually seeing a little bit of movement here. Thank you, Terrell. The inaugural St. Petersburg tourney, huh? Wow. Sounds like a great place. We're going to start getting a lot of tourneys. We're going to start getting a lot of tourneys here in the next few weeks, huh? So that should be pretty cool. You know, I love those holiday tourneys. Love when we got all that daytime basketball. So cool to have the St. Petersburg tournament. Wow. It makes me want to see who else is in it. I mean, obviously here there's got to be more than one. There's 4 teams in it here, right? Let's see what we got here. Okay. Oh, wow. Thank you, Terrell. That's such an interesting fact. I'm now reading about it here. Let me, man, bad job, Ramon. I'm just figuring it's some old, you know, don't they play a tournament in St. Petersburg every year? No, they do not. Let me tell you about this right now. Let me just see what you guys got in the picks here. Here's South Alabama first half. Justin says Central Michigan. Bar here, or maybe Terrell can just type it in. Okay, so this is the first time that
Major
Division
line
One
move.
basketball has come to St. Petersburg in 26 years. 1999 was the last time they had a tournament here. So it'll be Central Michigan, South Alabama, and Coppin State is the other club here. So wow. The last time they played the tournament in 1999, they had 41,000 people. I wonder who was playing in that one at Tropicana Field. Can you believe they put a basketball thing in that old, I don't want to say dump. They're trying to make sure they fix it back up so they can put the Rays back in there. But wow, that's cool, man. St. Petersburg getting this nice event here. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Thank you, Terrell. Made me want to look that up there. All right. So for Central Michigan here, gone over in 9 of their last 13 dating back to last year, but they did go over in that game under in that game against Toledo. They went over in the Alcorn game that USA did. Central Michigan, meanwhile, under in the game against Bradley. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So thank you there, Justin. Maybe Canisius is in there. Thank you. I was just glancing. I don't want to just read some story. I'm just kind of glancing at it when I'm trying to talk to you guys. But Greg says 74-70 South Alabama here. I'm taking South Alabama to cover, actually, Greg. Greg's going, it looks like, with Central Michigan, but I've got South Alabama here. The steam came in on them. They are up to what? Well, they're 5.5 here. It's gone down a little bit. So give me South Alabama in this one. I've got South Alabama over Central Michigan here in this one in 30 minutes. All right, Justin, it's on you. Go ahead and tell me what's going to happen, or you don't have to, but we got 2 3-0 teams here. The backyard brawl, basketball style, both teams coming in 3-0 with Pittsburgh taking on West Virginia here. Pittsburgh is 2-1 against the spread. West Virginia is only 1-2 against the spread so far, despite a 3-0 record. West Virginia with wins. They beat Lehigh and covered last time, but they didn't cover against Campbell. They didn't cover against Mount St. Mary's in their first 2 games. So they're 3-0, but just 1-2 against the spread. For Pitt here, meanwhile, they're 3-0, but 2-1 against the spread. They failed against Eastern Michigan last time out in a 12-point win. They didn't cover 15.5. Not awful. Got the job done pretty convincingly. They also beat Longwood 78-60. Just a little bit of news here coming out, a little bit of breaking news we're seeing right now. Baylor Athletic Director Mark Rhodes is going to take a leave of absence here for personal reasons. He's also the chair of the college football selection committee. So that's interesting news there. I'm not sure what's in the play there, but he is definitely the chair of the college football playoff selection committee. The Baylor athletic director, Mac Rhodes, he's taking a leave of absence for personal reasons from the job, I believe, from the Baylor job. Whether or not that affects his position as the chair of the college football playoff committee will remain to be seen here. Probably maybe we'll know more here soon. But that just in here just moments ago. Okay, let's hear it from you in the chat, though, with these two. And man, these two teams have met before. Last year's game was won by Pitt, 88-62. They covered 7.5 at home.
Major line move.
Pitt also won 80-63 here in Morgantown in 2023 as a 3.5-point favorite. Pitt has covered 8 of the last 12 meetings between the two teams. And West Virginia has been a pretty solid under at home late last season, and in fact 6 in a row at home to the under dating back to last season. They actually played all 3 of those first games at home so far, right? They've been at home all season long here. This is their 4th straight game. They've all gone under so far. I'm going to go under in this one. You got a rivalry game, could be a football game breaking out. Pittsburgh is 1-2 to the under so far in their 3 games. So combined 1-5 to the under between these two teams. The steam came in on the under as well. That's taking it down. It's still, it's back up to 134 at some books. I'm going under here with Pittsburgh and West Virginia here today. Oh, we got some steam coming in right now. Not in this game, but I'll report it to you real quick. Then we'll go to the chat. Alcorn State and Howard. How about that one? Heading out into D.C. We already said that the steam came in on Alcorn here. The Braves were 7-point favorites, but now they were down. They're still they're 8 right now, even though the steam came in on Alcorn. Reverse fine move there. But the steam coming in here on the under down to 155 or so. It opened as high as 157 here, but steam's coming in on Alcorn and Howard here, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. We don't have a huge schedule, so just 7 games on that added board as well. Okay, let's see what you got here in this one. Let's see here. Oh, Coppin. Thank you, Justin. Cool. I didn't see that. I was just glancing at that story. I'm going to go back and check it out. Robert here is on the under there with me, but Barr is on the over. Justin likes Pitt with those points tonight. Hey, Jordy's here. He likes the under. Greg says maybe that's a lean to Pittsburgh right there, huh? And Pitt for 9 Legacy. Thank you, Ziggy. Have a great day. Everyone check out Ziggy on X. He sends out his plays every day like clockwork. I can't think of another capper in this. I don't even know if it's this business. I mean, Ziggy is just a public capper. He likes to get his opinions out there, and he does such a great job sending it out like clockwork, man. I don't think there are many of the paid cappers and touts that does such a solid job here as Ziggy putting his picks out there every day on X. If you want some free picks, man, just follow Ziggy on X. He's going to send out usually, man, how many Ziggy? 5, 6, 7 plays a day on his tweet. Thank you, Ziggy. Purdue and Alabama is a nice matchup. These two teams haven't met in quite a while. In fact, I think that 8 years maybe here last time Purdue and Alabama met. But you do have Alabama here favored by, oh, man, this one's gone down. Alabama, a 3-point favorite, maybe even 2.5 here at some books. It's definitely 3. It's not 3.5 or it's not 4. Got to move it to 3. Total here about, say 175. 175.5 right now in this one. I take that back. These two teams have met. I'm thinking of a different matchup. Last year, these two teams did meet. Purdue won 87-78 as a Purdue was a 4-point dog in that one at home, and they got the win. And the year before, Purdue won 92-86 as a 6-point dog. That was a push in that one. Oh, where's the graphic here? There we go. There we go. And for Alabama right now, they come in here with a record of 2-0 with wins over North Dakota. They did not cover in a 29-point victory. They were favored by 35. Meanwhile, against St. John's, they were favored by they were 4.5-point underdogs, remember, and they beat St. John's 103-96 for the Crimson Tide. For Purdue here, coming in here with a record of 2-0, but they're 0-2 against the spread. They won against Evansville by 31 points, but they were favored by 33.5. Then they beat Oakland by 10, but they didn't cover that one either. So Purdue here, pardon me, gang. Purdue here actually 0-2 ATS, despite that 0-2 record. And Alabama failed in their only home game here of the season as well. 4 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams have gone over. I think what it is they played the last 2 years, and they didn't play a lot before that. But, you got the Big Ten, ACC matchup here, and pretty high total, man, 175.5. 4 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams have gone over, but I'd probably only look at those last 2 games. It was a push last year at 165, and the meeting in 2023 did go over. 178 points were scored in that one, but this is still a pretty high number, man, 175. And I feel like as these totals are getting a little bit higher, and we were all enamored, or I was enamored with all the high scores there in the first couple of first 10 days of the season. It does feel like we're peeling back a little bit here, maybe starting to get a few unders here, maybe just of late. So let me know what you have here in this one between Purdue and Alabama. I'll go to the chat. All right, here we go. Terrell, exact score picks. I love it. Var's on Purdue. Justin's on Alabama. Chosen One says, High Tide. He's got Alabama. Hello to Damon. Great to have you. You're one of the good cappers here, Damon, as far as I'm concerned. There's Robert on Alabama. Greg says, take Alabama here in this one. He's got it right on the number. And Alabama did look good against St. John's, didn't they here? Hey, Kelly says over retweet. over retweet. Hi, Kelly. over right? Is that maybe it's over right? Purdue here for Terrell. They'll bounce back after that lackluster game there. Maybe there. Yeah, okay. All right, well, I got to make my call here in this one between pressures on Ramon better. Man, this one looks kind of right on to me too here in this one, but I'm going to go under with Purdue and Alabama. Give me the under. All right, that was my least favorite one, the old I don't know what I'm doing until we get their pick. And does Purdue have that same point guard? Let's see what lineup they're running out there right now for the Boilers. Braden Smith, your favorite. There he is, the senior. Fletcher Lawyer, Jack Benter, Oscar Kloof, CJ Cox. Looks like those are the guys who are probably starting here right now. But they have Jacobson off the bench, key player for them, actually. Purdue's a chicken company. Alabama's going to be jumping out of the gym, and good morning to Wine Time here on quarterfinals week for Wine Time and I. All right, I'll keep it going here. I've previewed a few more college games here real quick. Just a couple more lined up here. Loyola Chicago taking on Wichita, and for Loyola here in the memory of Sister Jean. They've lost a couple in a row since she's passed away here. Losses to they lost to Mercyhurst 73-65 as a 21.5-point favorite. They also lost to North Texas 64-62 as a 1.5-point favorite. They beat Cleveland State, failed to cover 18.5 points. So talk about overrated. The Loyola of Illinois, they're 1-2 straight up, 0-3 against the spread. Meanwhile, for Wichita, 2-0 so far, 2-0 against the spread. Wins and covers over Asheville by 17. They covered 7.5, and then they covered 20 points against Prairie View in a 43-point win. Wichita's looked pretty good in their 2 games against weak competition here for sure, but Loyola Chicago definitely off to a little bit of a rugged start here right now in this one. So we'll see what you guys have or want to do here with these two tonight. Total here at 151. Loyola of Illinois has gone under in 2 of the 3 games so far. Wichita went over in the game against Prairie View, under in the game against Asheville. So go ahead in the chat. We'll see what you guys have in this one with Loyola here taking on Wichita State. And let's see what you got. Craig says Zach Edey's gone. That's for sure. He's no guard. Hopefully Zach Edey is just about ready. Is that right? Or is he coming back this week? Is it? Or is it very soon? I heard, right? Robert says Wichita State, NYC Bar, Wichita State here, and Loyola and over for Terrell. And Zach left Purdue. Zach left Purdue. Hopefully we get back in the lineup here this week or 2, I think is what they were saying. Wichita's been kind of a long-term under here recently, dating back to last season. They did go under in 13 of their last 20. Loyola Chicago's lost 9 straight meetings too. But this was the one. My notes are like right on top of each other with that last game. This is the series where they have not played in 8 years against one another. These are former conference rivals, actually, I believe. Loyola of Illinois and Wichita back to the Missouri Valley Conference days, if I'm not mistaken, if I got that right. The old Arch Madness there a little bit. So we'll say, though, Loyola of Chicago has not defeated Wichita State in 9 straight games, but that also is almost a decade old, so probably not too interested there in that. All right, I got to take the under in this one with Loyola Chicago and Wichita here at 151. I think it's gone down. No, it's 151.5, 152. I've got the under. Greg says he's got it right there, kind of on the spread. Maybe that's Loyola, Wichita 4-9 Legacy. And right, Greg, and I hope Zach doesn't end up like Greg. I will say, I think Edey, though, I think the development, but you've got to worry about those type of injuries there a little bit. He's got the, I like to call it heavy heels, right? When a guy runs like they do, those big guys like that, heavy heels, a lot of pressure on the arches when you're a huge man like that. Humans don't have thoroughbred legs, I always say. I don't know, I just made that up. Chosen One says he agrees with me on the under. Okay, I'll mark that down right here. Chosen One, you and I. All right, Cal going to be at Kansas State here. A little ACC Big 12 action in this one with Cal going on the road, 3-0. Kansas State comes in
Major
here,
line move.
2-0 right now. For K-State, win over Greensboro, 93-64. They covered 19 points. They failed against Bellarmine, winning by 18, but they were favored by 28.5. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they come in 3-0, 2-1 against the spread. They covered last time out against Fullerton, 93-65, confidently as a 22.5-point favorite. They failed against Wright in a 10-point win, favored by 14.5, and they beat Bakersfield by 27 as a 15.5-point favorite. So, yeah, pretty two impressive wins, and yeah, they didn't cover double digits there against Wright, but yeah, they got the number there in 2 games, laying 15, laying 22. I think that's pretty good there actually for Cal and Kansas State. beat Bellarmine. Like I said, didn't get that money. They've looked okay here as well. The Steam came in on the over, and the total here right now is 163.5. Feels like that's high. Feels like that's high. So maybe I'll just go to the side here in this one. I'm going to take the points. I think here. Let me run it through the computer here one more time. But yep, I'm sorry. I'm gonna lay the points. The Steam came in on Cal. Was that one we were on the air for? It's 7 still though. I'm taking K-State in this one. Sorry for the mix up there. I just was saying the Steam came in on Cal, but the line really hasn't moved too much here. In fact, Kansas State's still a 7-point favorite. I like the Wildcats. They've done an okay job too. Give me Kansas State. That's the official pick here for me. Justin's on him. See, I waited to see if Justin was on him. Let's see here. Oh, Var was on that over. Greg was good at Ohio State. There's no doubt about it, Greg. Nobody's questioning what Greg Oden did in college. 80. Could he be another George Mirasan? Right now, I'd say that Mirasan had a better pro career than Zach has had so far, right? Greg here says, yeah, Greg has him by 8. All right, cool. He's got the total right on. And chosen one with me right there. And Cal, first road
Major
game,
line
right?
move.
Good point there. Cal played at home in those games. Good point. Kansas State for Robert. And Kansas spread was 5.5. Kansas or Kansas State? 9
Major
legacies
line
on
move.
Kansas State. All right, gang. Appreciate that. We're getting some moves here. You know, big day of World Cup qualifying. We are seeing some moves here in some of these games. I'm not going to, waste. I know that, we got some, me and Robert and some of these other, would love to, but not as many people interested in these, but just about set to go off. The college basketball game starts here in about 5 minutes, 8 minutes, and also the World Cup qualifiers here. Got a couple of them starting here, but including Iraq at United Arab Emirates. Just
Major
makes me.
line move.
I got one more game to preview, but let's see. Kansas State 5.5 last night. Gotcha, Greg. Iraq going up against United Arab Emirates here reminds me of we used to host back before you could get games on pay-per-view or TV. We had those big satellite dishes, and I was a manager of a big sports bar in La Jolla, and we'd pick up these feeds from Satanta Sport, pay a couple $100, and have a Iran, Iraq. I tell you, I mean, look, it was at a hostile time, into just considering, what the U.S.'s tempestuous relationship with a tumultuous relationship with the Middle East. But, in the Loya community, you had a lot of Iranians, Iraqis, and I would bring in, just because I was I wanted to prove to my bosses I could do things with sports, and I would set up these, kind of like an old concert, music promoter in the clubs. I would bring in these feeds at 3 a.m. of Iraq World Cup qualifying games. I mean, I had Iraq versus Iran one time. I had 500 people in a bar in La Jolla at 3 a.m. And they weren't drinking. I mean, these are, say they were Middle Eastern descent. They were, we were serving coffee, but, we were serving breakfast and had some fun times too in those games. But just remember those vividly. I've got one more here, and it's going to be between. I guess the show's over, or this segment's over, because I said I'm already on the under here. Charleston Southern and Alabama A&M. But we did report the Steam came in on the under. The Steam came in on Charleston Southern here, and right now that line is at one. Could be a pick 'em right now. Alabama A&M. The Steam came in on Charleston Southern. Steam came in on the under, but still, it's a 1 53. I'm going to take here the under. I already took it earlier when we talked about it. It was moving. It really didn't move that much, so I feel like we're getting still a good price. It did open 155.5, just to be clear. By the way, that basketball game coming up, it is on our favorite channel there on YouTube, the Field of 68 channel, I believe, is televising the game here with Central Michigan and South Alabama. So, yeah, they had a few clunky shows there at the beginning. I think we missed a whole half of basketball there in one of the shows, or at least part of the second half, as they kind of funny because they had some games last year, but I was like, man, I could go out there and we've done broadcasts for $500 and did a better job than those guys. But all right, let's see what else we got in here, and then we'll move on. We got to move on to the hockey. We got some hockey tonight. We got plenty of hockey. I've still got to give you a bunch of picks, a bunch of previews here. Good morning to Mikey Money here. Maybe our preview, maybe our contest will be on hockey tonight. All right. Let's see. There's Fernando. He told you. He's got a pick for us in that game right now, and that one comes up top of the hour. Iraq and UAE. The game total is 1.5, you guys. Even money, though, for sure. So even though Fernando says he likes the under, you're getting plus 105 there, I think. It's the Thursday night poll. Okay, get ready to vote, everybody. We're going to do the Thursday night poll here right now. I don't know if we're going to, Mike, we'll leave it open all day and just have the results at night, though, in this one, you think? Greg says he's got 77-75 Alabama. Irish King said, man, he was on a heater, but he went 0-2 last night. That's fine, Irish King. You were coming through big time there. Okay, I'm just putting on the Field of 48, and look who I got right there. I don't know if you can see it. Mike made me a new thumbnail. What if I do this? What if I put myself behind myself? How long does it take before I point to myself? How far are we behind? There we go. I'm easily entertained here. Okay. Oh, these are only. We'll do a letter poll later. So hey, okay, Mike, we'll do it. We got plenty of hockey here. I mean, I'm going to be here for at least another 30 minutes, I would guess, right? Here watching basketball and doing these hockey games. So let's open the poll up right now. Thursday night football tonight, 13-point spread. Jets and the Patriots here. Thank you, Mikey, for being here and doing that. And where's my basketball channel? You have to wait till it. Boy, do I have to wait until the game starts before it comes on? I can only find myself here. Okay, I'm sure it'll come on here momentarily. Don't let me miss the start of the game. It's coming on in 2 minutes. What's going on here? There it is. Field of 64 or Field of 68. Oh, man. Okay. All right. Hopefully it's coming on. Let's go to the NHL. All right. Let's see here. I thought he was going to say he took Abbotsford thinking he was taking Vancouver, but he took Abbotsfield even though they were 0-9-2. Irish King. Hey, at least if I'm going to be at some degenerate minor league hockey, I would at least know about the teams. All right. And here we go. Let's go to the ice tonight. Okay, I got some concerns here, and I tried looking. I was looking at the beat writers. I have it here on X right now. Is Anthony Stolarz even going to play in this game? He left yesterday's game with an injury, but I think all the sites are listing him here still as the starter. But did they all just go to bed and not update it? And they're not like me wondering about Stolarz leaving the ice with that injury there last night. And is he even going to play in this game today? Is he even on the injured list here? He is. It does say questionable here. Purdue forward Kaufman Wren, he's upgraded to probable for that game tonight against Alabama. Also some steam coming in here in college basketball. San Jose State and Michigan State, Steam to the under. Full disclosure, if you are a subscriber to my winnable picks, you're going to find a pick in this game on the total. I will say right now, the Steam came in on the under just now, and maybe I'm a guy who actually knows which way the line's already going to move, if you know what I mean. But if you want to know for sure, make sure you're subscribing to me over at winnable.com. Steam to the under just now in the game between San Jose State and Michigan State. Maybe it was one of you that was moving the line, if you know what I mean. That total has moved down to 141. Not a big move here, but Steam just came in on that one. All right, here, let's see what else. There's SF Niner. He likes Alcaraz to rock today. Robert's on the Kings here already. And Irish King, that's right. You and me, Irish King. Here, SF Niners got the money line King. Let's see. That would be a Dolphin. Was that a Dolphin? Thank you, Stop Geo here today. Greg likes it 3-2. And look at this. Osmian here for Fernando in an anytime goal in the match about to start here against Gabon. Nigeria against Gabon, everybody. I know Fernando's going to be watching intently. Maple Leafs puck line here. SF Niner. Oh, he's jumping the shark. Gotcha. Jumping the shark there in the game against the Flames tonight. Final. Okay, I gotcha. Thank you. It did look like a shark. I said dolphin, so that could be close, right? These AI videos are out of control, though, aren't they? With the nature, you could tell right away with the AI, can't you? Hey, look, here's a shark petting a shark on a boat. Oh, yeah, he just came up on our boat. All right, we got to go here. We're stalling those so we can get those votes in here right now. But I'm waiting. Where's my basketball? It is on. Help me out, gang. It is on field of 68, right?
Final.
Oh, guys. I just like to watch this game while we're hanging out together.
Critical notice.
Okay, maybe it's not. Maybe because of that tournament. Have you guys found it yet? I know it's on YouTube. That's what they're saying to me, right? It's not on ESPN Plus. I believe it is on YouTube. All right, I'm just going to type in. Did you guys say it yet? I mean, this is what we're here for. We're not going to be this is what you came for. We're not going to be screwing around here and not have this game on in front of us and just watch a little college basketball where we're doing the hockey segment, okay? Maybe the St. Petersburg tournament has their own. I just figured it was on the field of 64 when they told me it was on YouTube. All right.
Major line move.
But maybe that tournament has their own live stream. Man, I feel like we're killing us here. We got to get moving with this show, but I want to watch this game. Okay. There we go. Nova. Oh, that feels like a fake. Oh, man, that's a fake stream. What is going on here? All right. Some steam coming in here right now on the game between TCU and BYU football. Under 52 here right now in that one. Steam to the under. All right. We're getting ready to go here. I'm getting ready to go, but I just want to see what's going on here where we can get this game here, guys. And I want to watch it on TV here. Okay, a little bit more on that story though here, real quick with Mac. He's going to be stepping down also from his role with the committee. So this is obviously something a little more serious that's going to affect his role right now with the committee. So the lead lead man of the college football playoff committee is stepping down here at this time. The also the athletic director of Baylor also stepping down here at this time. Okay, man, this is frustrating. Here, I should have planned this one out. We got to roll here with our hockey action. All right. All right, we're just going to move on here. If I can't get this TV situation going with this tournament here anyway, they're playing basically 3 games in 3 days. It's just kind of more like an event uh, there right now. And man, okay. I'm going to just start doing the hockey here. This is going to be lame.
Lineup.
Okay, we're just going to have to go for the hockey here. Here we go. Just going to preview these games and get on out here. We'll find it here. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Robert. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. Let's put that up on screen, actually. Maybe everybody can kind of rock the house here a little bit. Oops. It's an official. Good, good. Okay. Yeah, you got bigger this the locker room. Hey, I could think of a better name than that, right? I might have to start my own channel here. Mike said he said that Mike told me we're on too much. The ratings are hurting because we're on too much. Our algorithm is affected, but man, that's terrible. That sounds like, oh man. Okay. Thank you. Okay, great job. Hey, well, boom. Oh, my life is complete. Okay. Kings and Leafs here, and now I got to worry about old Anthony Stolarz over here right now and figure out what's going on with him. He left the game last time out there, so that was a bummer. And but I guess he's the sites here are kind of listing him here as in today for this matchup. And they're about ready to finally go here with the hockey portion of the program. Okay, it will be Hill to be, of course, in there. Let me fix it right now and get started. It will be Hill to be in there for the Maple Leafs with Stolarz out here with an injury for sure. So Hill to be is already confirmed. 0-2, 3.27, 3.72 goals against, 91% save percentage here for Kemper, 6-3-3. 2.4 goals against, and 91% save percentage coming in to this one. For the Maple Leafs, how do you not go over in their games right now? The Leafs have gone over in 15 of 17 games overall this season. I mean, there's gone over in 10, 11 in a row. I don't even know how many now. I'm just going over in this one. I'm sitting here trying to find this basketball game. Just give me the over. We could have been already done with this game. The Leafs are on a massive run of overs here at this point. I want to say 10 or 11 in a row here right now, and just every game's going over with the Leafs. So the total here is only 6. In fact, I'm showing some books at 5.5 to the over. I get that. Maybe with the Kings with Kemper in there, and obviously the Leafs do kind of rock in this series. They've won 3 straight games, including a meeting already. No, this will be the first meeting of the season, so I'm going to go with the over here. Man, that was a long. Surprised we got 50 of you still left here in the chat watching me. All right. NYC Bar says, any picks in UEFA here today? What do we have? Do we have any UEFA? You mean in UEFA? You mean in UEFA World Cup qualifying today, right? Who's in action here? Ukraine and France, Serbia and England. I'll give a long look at those games. If anything, we'll send them out. But I'm going to get caught up here in World Cup qualifying. Mike's just waiting to get these picks in. That's what we're doing. Jordy says he's got England there. Money line, Portugal. Money line as well today. Portugal taking on Ireland today. Irish King says Kings on the money line. 9 Legacy says Kings money line. Kings team total over. Robert's on the Kings here. Mike says the Patriots are only ahead here. 58%, as Kelly would say. That sounds like one vote. I think that might be though 11-8, right? And let's see, Cameroon also tonight. How about Cameroon? Who are they taking on? Congo. Go and do a Congo. All right, let's keep it moving, man. This show is just awful now. All right, Capitals here taking on the Panthers in this one. You got the Panthers going to be favored here over the Caps tonight. Panthers coming in here with a record of 8-7-1. The Capitals are coming in here with a record of 8-7-1. But Panthers are favored at home here at this time, down to $1.20 total. 5.5 here does feel like, we got 2 teams here, especially Washington right now, 3-7 to the under in their last 10, 2-4 to the under as a dog coming in. Florida, maybe they've trended under just a little bit, 7-9 to the under so far this season for the Panthers here. See what you guys have in this one. We're going to close that poll, though. Everyone go underneath the community tab and vote here on our poll. Let's see what we got with the Patriots and the Jets here tonight. And we'll see what you have in this one between Florida and Washington here in this one. I've probably still got to be on the under here despite the low total here at 5.5 for Florida here. They're going to come in with Tarasov in goal. 3-1, 2.5 goals against, but Logan Thompson in there, of course, for Washington. He comes in here with a 7-4 record, 1.56 goals against, 93.5% save percentage. Pretty much the best numbers in the league here right now. I'm going to go with the under here in this one with Washington and Florida. Florida for 9 Legacy. Caps for Robert. Jimmy's on the under in the football game, and he's taking the Jets. Jimmy, go vote in the poll. Take the Jets in the poll if you haven't already. The Jets are, man, it's almost going to be even there. It feels like there's enough Jets support. I don't know where they're going to get the offense, but Washington money line up Thompson. Yeah, I think Thompson will probably be in there today, but we'll see. Barr says go over 5 goals. Juiced up. Next up, Bruins and Senators here in this one. The Red Hot Bruins coming in here. They're 11-7. They're on this great winning streak right now, on fire. Senators are playing pretty well too, although they have lost 3 of their last 5. So they're maybe coming back down to earth a little bit here anyway. Boston's won 7 straight. Ottawa's won 5 of the last 6 meetings between these 2 teams, but still, man, the Senators $1.70 here going up against a team that's won 7 straight games. I'll fix it. Although I do see some $1.65s. I think it's reasonable to at least call it down to $1.60. I'm actually showing $1.50 right now at Circa. So maybe the move is starting to come in on the Bruins here a little bit. They're hot, man. The Bruins are hottest team in the league here right now. 12 of the last 17 meetings between these 2 teams have gone under. Boston's actually just 2-5 in their last 7 games here in Ottawa. Boston's gone over in 6 of their last 8. Ottawa's been a bit of an over, I think, so far this season. They've gone over in 11 of 17 so far. They're 7-5 to the over as a favorite. I'm going to take Boston again here. Maybe just a price play. You got a team that's won 7 in a row.
Final.
Getting plus money here, plus $1.30 minimum right now. And yeah, Ottawa's had Boston's number here a little bit, and maybe this winning streak's come out of nowhere for Boston right now, but they're looking pretty good. Ottawa, meanwhile, is just 2-10 as a puck line favorite so far, and Boston's 13-2 as a puck line dog. To be fair, Boston on the puck line is minus plus 1.5 minus $1.80, but man, I think 13-2 would pay off on $1.80 many times over, especially going up against 2-10. So that's one way to look at it too. And you got all these 1-goal games. I know it's $1.80, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Bruins on the money line here in this one. All right, Irish King will take the Bruins. VAR likes the Senators on that puck line to get a big victory there and get some plus money with they're plus $1.50, I think, at least. And Robert will take the Bruins as well.
Final.
All right. Next up, Stars here on the road taking on the Canadians in this one. You got the Stars coming in here 10-4-3. The Canadians are 10-4-2. This is one of the best games of the night here right now. Dallas has actually won 5 of the last 7 meetings between the two teams, and Dallas has gone under in 4 of their last 6 on the road. They've gone under in 9 of their last 13 overall right now. Dallas coming in here 7-1-2 in the last 10. They've been a terrific road team. Montreal's been strong too. They're 6-2-2 in the last 10, and doing okay here for sure at home as well. Montreal currently with a home record of 5-2-1, but Dallas on the road is 5-1-2. Montreal's gone over in 6 of 8 games, 6 of 8 games at home so far this season, but got Jacob Dobbs in here in goal, and what a year he's had so far in goal for Montreal. He comes in here with great statistics. He is the confirmed starter. Montembeault has been struggling, so you got Dobbs in here making another start. He's 6-0-1 with a 2.25 goals against. The 24-year-old is coming off of his first loss. He allowed 4 goals in a 4-3 overtime loss to New Jersey, but still solid numbers here. And for Jake Ottinger, 7-3-2 with a 2.89 goals against, an 89.5% save percentage. So, you know, Ottinger, obviously a solid goalie here. And Montreal's been more of an over team for sure. Like we said, in fact, they've gone over right now in 8 straight games. But, man, you got 2 good goalies in here, it feels like. Montreal has lost 6 straight games at home to Dallas. That's basically the last 6 years of Dallas come in here and beating them. All right, let's see what you got here in this one with Dallas and Montreal. Pretty good, pretty interesting matchup, but I'm going under here. I think it's 5.5, right? 5.5 over 20 everywhere. I'm going under with Dallas and Montreal. Give me the under tonight in this one. And we've got Boston here on for 9 Legacy. Robert took Montreal tonight at home over Dallas. The Ducks are on the road taking on the Red Wings. The Luke Dustel here in the pipes for Anaheim here for hot Anaheim. And you have former Duck goalie, speaking of Stolars too, right? But former Duck goalie here, Gibby Dallas, for the Ducks here. They come in 11-4-1. They finally lost last time out. They lost to Colorado 4-1 and stopped that long winning streak. For Detroit, they've lost 3 in a row here right now. They've only scored 1 goal in their last 3 games, so they're struggling here big time right now. But they're only minus $1.25 in this one. They've got in goal here tonight for Gibby coming into this one. He is confirmed in the pipes here. 4-5 record, 3.15 goals against, 88% save percentage for Gibby going up against his old team here for sure. He did face the Ducks back on October 31st, allowing 4 goals on 31 shots in that game. For Dostal here, he's 8-4-1 with a 2.69 goals against and a 91% save percentage coming into this one. So maybe a little bit of a decent goaltending matchup here, but the total is 6.5, shaded to the over. So high total for sure, but I'm balk. I'm going to go with the Ducks here in this one. They're still pretty hot to me. I'm going to try the Ducks here on the road at even money. Give me the Ducks over Detroit. All right. Truth Teller, good morning and hello. Bar was on the Stars. Bar's on the under in this one. Let's see. 9 Legacy, Montreal money line, Anaheim money line, and Robert's going to go with Detroit here in this one. Oilers and Blue Jackets here. Man, the Oilers, hey, look, they're still 8-6-4 right now. Columbus is 8-7-1. Edmonton's won 2 in a row here, but this has always been one of the tougher games for Edmonton here, actually. Edmonton is an underdog for just the 3rd time this season, if they are still an underdog. They are. And the Blue Jackets actually do very, very well in this series at home against Edmonton, even if they just meet twice a year. Edmonton is just 3-9 their last 12 years here into Columbus. Columbus has won 4 of the last 5 here at home right now. So Columbus does have a good series against these guys, no doubt about it. Columbus is 1-5 to the under at home so far this season. And even though Edmonton is 10-8 to the over and 2-0 to the over as an underdog, they are 4-6 to the under on the road. Columbus has gone under in 5 of their last 6 games, and also 6 of the last 9 games between these two teams, though, have gone over here. But you got Picard and Greaves here in this one. Man, this Edmonton on the road, not too excited here really about this. If for Edmonton, for me, I'm going to go to the total here. I think give me the under in this one with Edmonton and Columbus. This one's going to be tough for Columbus, for Edmonton here. This one's going to be tough for Edmonton, I think. All right. Gibby here went from 4-1 to 4-5, right? He was looking so good. Columbus here for Robert. Oilers to beat them again, says 9 Legacy. He's got him to beat him again. Yeah, they met just 3 nights ago. It was 5-4, remember? Edmonton got the win in that game. It was a wild game for sure. Went to overtime. It was 3-1. Columbus led after 2 periods, but Edmonton came back with 3 goals in the third and eventually won in overtime in that one. So this would be revenge, though, for Columbus. That game was at Edmonton. Robert on Columbus here. And are the Blue Jackets still sick? But Columbus wants that W. But there it is. I could have just showed Irish King's graphic and saved myself my voice. Okay, we're doing good here. We're going to be over soon, guys. Man, I know it's taking a long time here. Trying to get the games on. Sabres and Avalanche. Oh, man, Colorado, 11-1-5. Yeah, they're probably the best team in the league right now. Record-wise, maybe overall, and they've won 4 in a row here. Buffalo's lost 4 in a row. And, yeah, it's tough to lay these. 345, I think it's even gone higher. I mean, this thing opened as low as $3, but now it's $3.70 at some offshore books already. I guess Colorado would probably stuff these guys again here in this one. This is another one, right? Did they already meet this season? Back on, I think Colorado's owned this series. I know that. Let's get into it. Here right now, Colorado comes in at a record of uh, 5-0-2 at home so far this season. Buffalo on the road so far 0-4-2. They're, I believe, the only team in the league that doesn't have a road win yet. Buffalo. So look at the puck line too. I keep saying Colorado 8-8 on the puck line. That's not bad actually when you're 8-8 on the puck line right now. And Buffalo 1-5 on the puck line on the road. Buffalo has gone 4-2 to the over on the road here so far, but man, are they really going to score at all here against Blackwood? This is kind of a notable start here right now for Blackwood in net here tonight. He is confirmed as the goalie, so far he's only made 2 starts this season with his injuries, but looks like he's going to get this one here. He had a great year, obviously, last year with Colorado when he got traded from the Sharks. So he's in goal here tonight. Alex Lyon goes here for Buffalo in this one. So look, Blackwood, Colorado's hot. Now they've got Blackwood in here going. So give me the under in this one. I'll take the under with Buffalo and Colorado here. I don't know if there's a lot of supporting trends necessarily to support it. 4 of the 6 meetings have gone under. Buffalo's been going over here of late, 7 of their last 9 to the over, but Buffalo dropped not only 4 straight on the road this year, but last 5 last year, basically having won in 9 straight games on the road. All right, Colorado here, -2.5, -3.5. Robert's going with the over in this one. We're almost done here. Here come the Jets taking on the Kraken here. The Jets come in 10-6. The Kraken 7-4-5 coming in. You got the Jets here. Going to be favored, of course, but Kraken's been just fine so far this season at home as well. Kraken coming in with a record of 4-1-3 at home so far this season. Winnipeg, meanwhile, on the road, a 5-3 record here, up a unit so far this season. Winnipeg's lost, though, 3 of their last 4 games coming in off a win over Bank last time out, 5-3, after losing on the road at LA, at San Jose, and at Anaheim in the California swing. For Seattle, meanwhile, they come in here off of a pair of losses to Dallas and to Columbus at home, but Seattle at home, like we said, pretty good record so far this season. And at plus money, I think I'm going to be willing to trust them here in this game against Winnipeg. They won the previous meeting here a few weeks ago, 3-0. Seattle won at Winnipeg, and maybe it's revenge going on the road, but I'm going to take Winnipeg here in this one. I'm sorry, I'm taking Seattle in this one. Seattle at home, plus money. I'm taking Seattle over Winnipeg here, plus money. Sorry about that, gang. Here we go. Robert is taking Seattle as well. And Kraken here for VAR. And Justin on the Kraken. I'm glad I said Kraken. I'm glad I got it right. I didn't change my mind after I saw you guys on the Kraken. I'm on the Kraken with my morning steam play. Says it right here on my script. Just getting a little delirious here at the end of the show. All right. Last game here, Islanders and the Knights here in Vegas here tonight. You got the Islanders coming in 8-6-2 in this one. They've won 2 straight. Vegas has dropped 3 in a row right now. They lost here to Anaheim. I'm sorry, they lost to Tampa Bay, Anaheim, and Florida. This is like a long homestand. They're still on this homestand right now, but they're losing games. They are not playing well here at home or all of a sudden at all. They're just 4-3-2 at home so far this season. Meanwhile, the Islanders are 4-3-1 on the road, doing a pretty good job. And this price, I mean, man, $1.80 here, $1.90. I'd have to try to take the Islanders here, maybe on the puck line. Still got to go minus money, but Vegas in a little bit of a funk. You do have Akira Schmid in goal, though. I mean, he's been very, very solid for the Golden Knights this year. Sorokin is confirmed in the pipes for the Islanders. Islanders won those 2 games in a row, and this is a front end of a back-to-back here. So, yeah, the numbers weren't great for Sorokin early on, but he's come on strong with a 1.5 goals against and a 95% save percentage in his last 4 games, playing really well. Meanwhile, for Schmidt, he is 6-1-1 with a 2.51 goals against and a 90% save percentage here. But the Islanders are playing, feels like, just well enough. You almost want to trust them here to maybe hang in there and get this puck line on the road, even if it is minus $1.60 here at this point. I don't want to maybe lay the Knights here who aren't playing very good. I'm just going to take the Islanders on the puck line at plus 1.5 here. Not going to trust them necessarily. The computer's telling me to take the Knights on the puck line over here, but I'm going to veto it. I'm going to go the other way and take the Isles plus 1.5. All right, Justin's going over in this one, and Nine Legacy says Sharks money line, Isles money line, Bars on the under here. Irish King took the Sharks in the game against the Flames. Oh, did we miss a game in there? Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry about that. I think we skipped that game. I have the graphic right. See, what it does. We got to end this show here right now. This has been utterly a disaster. Sharks and Flames in this one. The Sharks are 8-6-3. The Flames are one of the worst teams in the league, 4-12-2. They've lost 3 in a row here right now. And since I've screwed up the show, probably just give out the pick and get on out of here. We got to do the drawing still. Thank you for joining me. Ziggy's picks just came out. See, like I told you, if you just subscribe to Ziggy, here they are. Ziggy's plays. Whoops. What do we got here? Ziggy's plays. He's got so many plays there. There they are. Thank you, Ziggy. There he is. He's got the Flames right there, minus $1.50 over the Sharks there. Thanks, Ziggy. See, you just have Ziggy on your... see, I have Ziggy on notifications. What does that say about Ziggy? I don't have every handicapper on notifications, just a few special ones. All right, Sharks and Flames. I'm going to go over with these two tonight. Give me the over with the Sharks and the Flames. I think mostly probably because of what we've seen when these two teams get together here, I think, right? No, not necessarily. It's kind of an under series. They went over in their last game last season, but man, the Flames do own this series for sure. 6 straight wins by Calgary. So as hot as the Sharks have been, the Calgary Flames still kind of have this series under lock, winning 6 of the last 7. But San Jose, red hot right now, won 6 of their last 7 games. And Calgary's been, like I said, pretty much a disaster here. 4-12-2, 2-4 at home so far this season. Give me the over tonight with San Jose and Calgary. It's gonna finally do it here for the morning steam. Oh man, I didn't finish the show too strong, that's for sure. Roberts on the under and Sharks puck line for VAR. And there we'll go back to Irish King because he had Celebrini with that ATG. How we looking on our basketball game? 25-21 there. South Alabama's having some struggles, but they are winning it by 4 and covering. They got the teams backwards from the way they should, I think. And what's it going there? It's probably on pace for the total there, but I've got it under. Okay, thanks a lot, everybody. Let's do the drawing. But first, let me bring in Mike. Did we announce the results, Mike, of the poll? Was it 56% in there for the Patriots tonight? I'll run the commercial and let's see if he's still with us. I might have missed the result. Sorry, brother, but please let me know if it was indeed. Oh wait, I think I see it. I scrolled here and I think I see it. Oh, Mike, just give it to me again, Mike. I'm going to run the commercial. Here we go. Hey, check us out over on winnable.com.
Hey, it's Mikey Money here, letting you know the Sports Money team is live on Winnable. Come check out our best bets.
For a low monthly cost, you get the very best bets delivered instantly to your phone by text the moment they're locked in. No delays, no missed lines, just the smartest plays at the best odds.
We do the work, you get the plays, and they're sent right to your phone right when we drop them.
Don't wait, don't guess, don't miss the line. Join the winning team today and start cashing tickets with Winnable.
Yeah, it's all true, right? When we drop them, right? We showed the other day. We dropped it live on screen, and you guys got to play just to show you how it works. And all right, here we go. Let's do the drawing. Uh-oh. Oh, my goodness. Is the drawing not working here? Let me see, you guys. I have the wrong. Okay. Hey, if you guys get in there, let me give you another second. If you guys commented, I had the wrong show up there. So I think 15 commenters. We might have had a few more than that, but just in case, if you guys want to type, if you want to win, type your name in again or type anything into the chat. I'll give it a second here to go again because I didn't get everybody had the wrong show. I had Mikey's show picked out there. He would have done the drawing. So really just appreciate everyone joining me here on the show. We'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, more morning steam for a Friday college basketball, NBA Cup night. We'll also have a little college football, hockey as well, and get you ready for the action on the weekend. So make sure you join us here with the show on Friday. Mikey joins you here today at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific for pre-gaming. And I also think we have here tonight, I think we're live tonight, even though we've missed those last two games. They told me no show. Mike told me no show this week on the big. They didn't want me, with the Chargers winning there in that upset. They didn't want me getting all excited and singing the song and talking a bunch of trash. And then we didn't want to have Mike arguing with Razor, the Eagles, and the Phillies. Well, it was Razor's vacation too. So Joe made a comment. So let run the drawing here. I guess everyone's satisfied here real quick. Let me see who wins. Man, the show's so long because I talk for so long. Here we go. Let's see who wins a subscription here. It's going to be Robert McCormick, of course. Thank you, Robert, for everything. Thank you so much for all your support. Always giving me an extra play, being here on every goddamn show. Thank you so much. Makes it worthwhile. If I didn't have anybody, I'd probably just end the show sooner. So thank you, Robert. You're in purple. That's purple. Okay. Thanks for a great show. I'll give Robert another month onto his subscriptions, and definitely worth it. Thanks a lot, everybody. Be back tomorrow for the Sports Money Network. I'm Ramon Scott. So long. Get us out of here.
Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money.